Don't listen to this if you're a pussy.
Bretzky!
What?
Get your ass over here!
All rise! It's the VIPod!
Come get it while it's hot! Season 2 is just gonna smell like a fried chicken fire log in here.
Squirt. Squirt, 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 squirt.
You know what our listeners want to hear?
What?
I don't know either. Where's that cactus? We should just have the cocaine song as our intro.
What the f***?
I'm an immigrant. Did you just try to play footsie with me? You know who I really hate?
Tommy, I am your father.
Oh, so now we're doing movie quotes?
Yep.
Run, Bretzky, run! Are you recording?
Yep.
No, but really. Are you recording?
Yeah.
I get it. I see what you're doing here.
You may be seated. I am Wayne Bretzky, the great-ish one, and I'm here alongside Tommy Show 1.0. This is the VIPod, and this is episode Nifty 50. Fucking woo!
50.
Loads.
Jesus, loads. Oh, yeah, there it is. Loads.
These are so good. These ones, it's another new Mike's. The hard red freeze tastes like melted red freezies.
Oh,
so
yeah?
now there's like a blue, white, and a red one. They're
Does
so
it taste
good.
like period?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tastes like Roja.
Tastes like the Nomad.
We miss you.
Miss you, yeah. That bitch should be coming back soon anyways. So for those that don't know who Nomad is one of our old co-hosts from season 1 and the Underground podcast that we
She's
had.
a bitch.
Yeah, and we have a nice cage ready for her when she comes back.
It's not cage. It's not a cage.
No.
Cages are not acceptable. It is a not cage.
Yeah, sorry. And we're gonna lock her up there and keep her here all the time. For like special needs.
Yeah.
So today's episode, we're gonna talk metal. I hope you guys are into metal,
Metal.
because
Metallica.
we've been. Well, I mean, we can talk Metallica too.
Some Saint Anger talk.
Oh
or-
fuck! We had that conversation on our Discord chat about Metallica and Saint Anger, and then
It was very polarizing. You either love or hate Saint Anger.
well, there was only one guy that really loved it. Stupid Denzel from the Whiskey Tango podcast, and he loved it for some reason. But again, it's Denzel.
and one of
so-
Sad Jaguar's friends, which also again doesn't surprise me at all. He would associate himself with somebody who. He's Sad Jaguar popped in for a single comment, and he's like, "I had a friend who was
that's
gonna,
right. Yeah,
who
yeah.
said he was going to listen to this album over and
Sad
over
Jaguar
until
does
it
not
became
have
his
friends.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's,
he doesn't
it's
have friends.
a person he came across on the street sometime while he was begging for cock.
Okay, so I think we should introduce our guests. So we have actually two guests here. So the first one is our main guest that we've invited a while ago. And
The one we planned.
And then we have an unplanned guest that is fucking
intruder.
Intruder, yeah, I like that. Intruder. He's leaving Manitoba, and a friend of mine, and like this was the only time that I was really free to hang out. So he's gonna be here for a little bit. Just we're gonna talk about metal detecting. It's not the metal music, but my buddy that's on the show, he thought we were going to talk about like metal music, like looking for metal music. So, so I'd like to welcome.
What an idiot!
I know, right? I'd like to welcome Paul Daniels, the metal detecting guru, and Tyler. He's my former bandmate from Inflikted. I guess since we're not really together anymore, we're former bandmates.
You broke up.
But yeah, we broke up. Yeah, in a good way. Well, it's all started with Mikey. He fucked off to BC.
You broke up, but you're still friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not you, it's me.
I believe that.
Yeah. But
Absolutely, that is very
welcome to the
believable.
Scumbag Studio, and so yeah, we've known each other for a while now, and then you always talk about metal detecting, and I was like, fuck, that's actually a good topic to talk about on the
That's
podcast.
fun.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure you've found like tons of weird shit all over the place, and I have friends that they buy the metal detectors for their kids, just like, hey, fuck off for 2 hours, so they can drink beer.
Definitely.
But I actually never met an adult that is into metal detecting, and some of the stories that you've told me.
Usually old people.
Bretzky, you're into everything, okay? You're into everything. I don't come, and we're not. We have to hang out kind of for the show. So. But yeah, so like, you have a company called Windy Digger, or that's just your?
No, that's just my persona.
That's
I
your
guess
persona, yeah.
YouTube stuff. You're looking,
Windy Digger, for those of you that can't understand Tommy's
Windy Digger
accente.
Yeah, well, I'm an immigrant. Give me a fucking break, okay?
Yeah,
He's learning the language.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. So tell us about what made you get into metal detecting?
Actually, a buddy of mine was metal detecting back home, like 3.5, 4 hours north of Thunder Bay, if you know where that is.
Well,
yeah,
roughly,
way up north. A buddy was doing it, and I just thought that, hey, that seems like something fun that you can try out. And I bought my first little detector, $30 thing, trying to see what happens. And after a week, you're buying $1,000 machine.
So it wasn't like you didn't start off by wanting to get rid of your kids for a couple hours and
no, well.
Or the idea was there?
Yeah. It was so I could leave.
Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't leave my wife, so I figured I'd find a hobby that I would,
So,
don't cut that.
Mark it.
No. I had a brief chat with your wife actually, and she did say that she's like, This thing is so boring. Like every time he starts talking about metal detecting, I just roll my eyes.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a really good way to get away from your wife and kids. Just like you
definitely.
start talking, boring them to hell, and they're just just go. Just get out of here. Okay, bye.
Oh yeah. And me, I'm one of those people that goes hard, all in or nothing, right?
Yeah.
So I go for 15 hours straight.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, where'd you go? Oh, I went up to, Flin Flon, just gone,
Yeah.
It's like, just go.
But I mean, metal detecting is also like it's a form of exercise. I mean, you're putting in steps.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'd say more than just steps. Swinging that thing around, especially if you have a bigger unit.
Yeah. I got a huge unit.
I don't. We all know all
I
those.
left that open.
Don't talk to my wife either. Cut that. Don't ask my wife that question.
Please call in. Is his unit big?
No. Don't ask her that. She's not satisfied.
But it's like you said, you're swinging
shoveling
it around.
too, right?
Yeah.
You have a shovel with you. You're always digging up and down, and on your knees. So, on your knees.
Well,
We'll
whatever
stay
you
with
do
that
in your free time.
Yeah, exactly.
Please tell us.
But for me, I'm 42 now, so it's I can't imagine being an elder, going out when they're retired and just giving her they can go for an hour or 2 hours. I go for 15 hours. I can't walk for the next 3 days. It's just like crazy. Your back's hurting. But it's just because it's like treasure hunting, right? It's just you're out there and you're finding things and you're like there's been times I wanted to quit. And it's like, I never want to do this again. And all of a sudden, you pop out a coin from, 1904. You're like, yeah, I love this. I just want to go again,
Just get you excited.
It's crazy.
I totally can appreciate that. I am a 2021 Thrifty Award winner. I love the searching for things and coming across, treasures like that. And I've done some metal detecting as well, and I'll get into the conversation with you a bit later. We'll wait to let you tell a few stories first. But no, I agree with you that there's a lot of fun to be had just with that, almost it almost brings you back to that childhood.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
Being like you said, you're hunting treasure. You might only come up with a bunch of fucking nuts and bolts from the construction company, but once in a blue moon, you fucking find something that's actually old and cool, and it's just it makes all those other hours totally worth it.
Yeah, 18 hours you find one thing and you're like, that made my day.
And I'm sure as a treasure hunter you would know that the town just up the road here, Ile des Chênes, in French means Oak Island, which is a huge treasure hunting community.
Yeah.
Is it?
That's actually what Ile des Chênes means. It means Oak Island.
No, but I don't. But is it actually?
No, they're not.
No.
They don't. Nobody there gives a flying fuck about it. I just find it funny that it means Oak Island in French.
Yeah. Have you been like what are like the main spots around Winnipeg where like you can go there any time of the day, any time of the year, and you'll find something?
Beaches.
I don't want to tell anybody that on here. That's the whole point. It's really, it's one of those, it's a secret, between people. It's
well, I can beep it out. I can beep it out.
No, that's okay.
You can always go to beaches.
Yeah, the
people
beaches
are always going to lose shit on beaches.
You'd be surprised. Like,
it's not going to be older shit, but you'll find shit.
There was another gentleman that does a lot of, I won't mention his name, but he does a lot of metal detecting stuff. Last year, in the first 2 weeks, he already had found 29 rings.
Wow.
And just because he knows, been doing it for over 30 years, right? He just knows the spots where all the things get collected, right, from the lakes and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
where the currents are going
exactly.
to wash
so he
things
knows,
up and
right? I guess because like even though like let's say a ring, I mean it has a certain weight to it, so it'll drop, but eventually that current will move it, right? And sometimes something else will float through it and just keeps pushing it further and further. And
it's just crazy.
What's the craziest thing you found?
I mean, crazy. There isn't
crazy as in like okay, let's go crazy as in like something that's funny, like a metal iron dick or something. Like
I found gun parts.
Oh, really?
Like, obviously, handguns that have been hit by the plow. So obviously somebody dropped in the back lane and then, you find
proceeds
the end of it,
crime.
Proceeds of crime, especially in the North End.
Yeah.
I do a lot of park hunting there.
So do you like, would you report something like that? Do you have to report it?
Yeah, you should.
Because I've seen some YouTube videos and TikTok videos where guys do the
magnet fishing. Yeah, and they find guns and stuff. Yeah,
pull out a gun and they're like, okay, they
or
leave
a
it
grenade,
there.
and you're just like,
I'm just gonna throw this back in.
So like they report it.
Yeah, you should report it. Like, I mean, for me, I found the pieces of it, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't find the whole gun.
Yeah.
So it's not really. I mean, I guess they could figure that out, but how are they going to? It's been ran over by the plow so many times that it's just destroyed in pieces, right?
Carly's got one of those magnets, eh? And we brought it out, me and Joe, one time when we went out to Reynolds Ponds and we tried like
just see if you
putting
can
around and dragging it. We didn't get it. You get like you get a fucking pickerel rig or two and a couple coins. But
if you do it in the city here, you'll find stuff.
Yeah, well, she's found a few. I think like little coin deposits and stuff like that. Oh, nice. But people throwing coins off a bridge or something like that.
Chassis of a pickup truck.
Yeah, just random. So far nothing super interesting. I think with my sister the biggest find we've had. We also have a metal detector. It's hers, but we share it and use it. And it was right at the beginning of the pandemic when you weren't really allowed to go anywhere. We were looking for things to do. So we had the metal detector here one day, and like this place has been around since the 1920s, right? Yeah. So like there's shit on the property. So we're like, well, let's just go scan around. And so we're scanning throughout the yard. And it was like a fucking one of those days where it was like 33 degrees plus humidity and feels like 45 kind of thing. And like, I don't know why we were doing this, but we were so just desperate for something to do.
It was a good idea.
Well, like I said, early pandemic, right? Like you were just so desperate to just like fill a day. Yeah. And so we're like scanning through my backyard. We're coming up with the odd, nut and bolt and shit like that. And then we get this hit. And we're like, oh, okay, well, that's something. And we're trying to find it. And it was a long hit. Like, we were getting it over a decent span of ground. So we started digging and dig away. And
cable.
We scan, and there's nothing there. No, it wasn't a cable. And I know where the cables are on my property. So we were good there. this was like right in the middle of my backyard, and so we're like, okay, so we dig and we scan, and we're like, it's still deeper. Okay, so we dig and we scan, and we're like, well, it's still picking up. We're like, this must be a pretty big piece of metal if it's picking it up through what's clearly at least a foot or so of dirt here. And so we're digging, and finally we get a thunk, and we're like, oh, okay,
treasure chest.
what is this? Right? Yeah. So we start digging it out. Now, okay, so what this place originally started out as in the 1920s was a one room school.
Okay.
So like they would have whatever grades, and they were all in this room that we're sitting in right now.
Wow.
And yeah,
The stuff that would I pretty much guarantee there's stuff all
guaranteed
over
they killed a few kids in this room.
Yeah. Cut that.
So either way, we're digging away, and we hit this thump, right? And so we start digging around the thump, and we're getting a flat surface.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, and we start digging away, and we start digging wide as well.
Yeah.
And after 45 minutes or so, it starts to really take the size of a concrete coffin the size of a child.
Oh,
And we're like,
no.
oh,
no.
No.
oh. But like, I've got this fucking 4-foot hole in my backyard now.
Gotta keep going
And
now.
you can't just be like, oh, well, that's creepy. Fill it back in.
Yeah.
So we keep going, and eventually dig the whole thing out, and we get the crowbar out, and we're resistant, but we need to know, and we lift it up, and we open it up, and it was the old sewage access for the old septic field. It was the box where everything came out to, and then would shoot out to all so that was your clean out area.
Great.
So we found it.
Nice.
I know where it is now.
So why don't we spice things up a little bit? And we again have our famous Bretzky bites on here on the table, but we did bring some hot sauces because Paul said that he loves hot sauces. So we have a nice lineup. And Tyler, how are you doing with hot sauces?
I'm not good.
Okay, perfect. Well, this should be pretty easy for you.
I have to
Paul
turn my
actually said he
mic
has a
down.
superpower when he eats hot sauces. Did you want to tell us about that?
I don't even. Maybe we'll
find out.
Let
nature take her. Yeah.
Let the audience hear for themselves.
So please help yourself.
Definitely.
Load up your plate there if you want. And then this one is pineapple habanero. Very nice, very mild, flavorful hot sauce. So dig right in.
What is the hot sauce called for temperature wise? What is?
I put it at a 3.
No, but what is that?
For Scoville?
Scoville, is that what it's
Scoville
called?
units? I don't know. That one, I can give it a quick Google search. I mean,
Scoville
Scovilles
units are a pile of shit.
They are, yeah. But it gives people like at least like
A bar.
a bar like how hot and how low it is.
That's what I learned watching the spicy, like the competition where you get the people who can take the most spice. They talk themselves up for the first 45 minutes of the show, and then they get to the contest and they're going, all right, this one's 25 million, and they all eat them up. And okay, this one's 50 million, and,
So this
and
one,
they're reacting less than the 25 million.
yeah. So this one's
and
rated.
that'll happen sometimes. Like sometimes it just doesn't bite you the same way. It depends on your palate.
So this one's rated at 12,200.
Yeah, this one's not.
So
So
not
around a
bad at all.
sriracha.
Yeah. It's pretty easy hot sauce. Like it's a nice flavor.
It's really
doesn't
good.
burn.
Really good.
This one is actually from Ontario.
Oh.
I think it says right on the front.
Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay, yeah.
Thunder Bay, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you can buy them at
Fantastic.
like
I
Sobeys and
does it?
bunch of other stores.
hear about a lot of people making their own. And I wonder how you get into that game where you just start to sell your own at the stores. You know, I wonder if you have to have, industrial kitchens or, stuff like that,
Yes.
right? You'd have to have all that stuff.
We had the intergalactic sauces on, guys, here, and we're
you
actually
talked
gonna
about
try.
that?
We're gonna try theirs. Yeah, we talked about it, and yeah, you have to have an industrial kitchen and make sure that
certified kitchen food
Certified.
handler
Okay,
certificate.
so all that
that's
stuff.
you got to
Yeah.
make sure that you're covered if somebody
Ever,
gets
yeah.
sick or whatnot. You got to have that. But
Burns their mouth off.
yeah, I mean, I make my own. I gave you a couple samples, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna come after me.
You can catch me regularly on on marketplace pages bitching at people who are trying to sell their fucking home kitchen food.
Oh, I know.
all the time.
Sometimes like
Facebook's
pickles,
bad for that too.
pickled things, and
you know
like,
what you know what pisses me off? Like I used to do competitive barbecue, and I looked at opening a barbecue restaurant for years and years, and there were certain people that were in the same circuit, and they basically funded current restaurants that are open now by illegally selling food on Facebook for 2 or 3 years first, and so it just really grinds my gears.
Right.
You know, like, and for somebody who through that time was trying to do it the right way, really made me fucking want to kick some people in the junk.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to name names. They did their thing, and they know what they did. So fuck them.
Tyler, how are you doing with that sauce?
That was not bad.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the craziest things was at Birds Hill. I found 9mm bullets all in the water.
Oh.
Just fairly new. I'm like,
Those shouldn't be there.
no, and so obviously somebody had them in their pocket or something and went swimming. Bunch of 9mm bullets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's always great.
Okay, so you told me a story just recently that you went. Somebody asked for help.
Oh yes,
Looking for something.
Yeah. So
But we're not going to get into that because I'm going to give you a hotter sauce, and then you're going to tell us the story.
okay, okay. Well, we can try that.
That's just a little teaser for everybody to get ready because it's going to be it's a really cool story. I got to admit, but right now let's try the second one. This is an oil with chili flakes.
Okay.
And that's for Intergalactic Sauces.
A little bit. Or am I supposed to put lots on?
You can
Couple trips.
give it a good, that's good. Yeah, pass it to Tyler there.
Yeah, please. Thanks.
This one has a little more kick to it, but it's super tasty.
This one's more so used when you're cooking. You
Yeah.
don't so much use it as a sauce.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I've used it like on wings. It was really good. But I made it one time like a chicken stir fry and used that oil. Oh, even my kids were like, "Oh, I can feel that in my throat."
Oh yeah, you can feel it.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
that one. This one has like a nice kick to it. But so what I wanted to ask you right now is like, for metal detectors.
Yep.
Like there's so many different kinds of machines. Now, if I want to get into it, do I just go to Canadian Tire, buy a cheap $100 one? And is that enough, or what should I be looking for?
It all really varies. I mean, there's so many different companies, so many different things. Most people do is they'll go on forums and stuff like that, ask questions, and you can always go with the standard, like the main brands. Like MindLab or Garrett. That. If you're going to go for that, you're going to get a decent machine, even at their lowest level, right? Mm-hmm. Where if you go with something like a Chinese knockoff or something like that, you just don't know what you're going to get. But no matter what, a detector is a detector. You put it over top of something, it's going to detect, right? Okay. But kids' detectors, well, it basically says yes or no. Dig it or don't dig it because it's coins. Well, that's what kids want to find, right? Yeah. But as you get higher in the caliber of machines, it can tell you if it's gold, if it's silver, if it's anything, right?
Yep.
And there's even crazier machines than that, and then it varies on the depth and all that stuff. So I mean, there's lots to learn, but just a decent machine would be just a Garrett 250. They have different categories and stuff, but just a starting machine would be totally fine.
Okay, so what's the price range? Like you can go how high can you go?
You can go up to $50,000.
Oh, really?
Like they're stupid.
Are they
they're stupid. Like and let's say like the machine that I own, My highest one is $1,200.
Okay.
So, and it's a decent machine. It's what, most people, if that's the machine you want to get to.
Yeah.
After that, you're starting to go into gold searching machines.
Oh, so that's what I was going to ask.
yeah.
Like, so what
You're
does a
getting
$50
really
one
specific.
does
Yeah.
$50,000
like
do?
But
Then
it could be that it goes super deep. It could be that it has a wider range. For it's ones that you can push.
Yeah, I was going to say, what about those ground penetrating radar?
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Looks like a lawnmower basically that you push around.
Yeah, and you definitely see
Probably $50,000
yeah,
startup for one of those.
Just crazy. But yeah, you use your standard, arm waving ones. You can go $3-4 grand. Some of them.
okay.
Yeah. That's
It's like fishing.
Yeah, I guess
You
so.
can do it cheap and you can commit.
Yeah, you can
know?
buy a setup for $30, right? And then you can go spend thousands
But
of dollars.
I went from, like a $60 machine, and all of a sudden I jumped to a $350 machine. Then I went to a $700 machine. Then I went $1,200. And I still have these machines just sitting there. You can't do two hands, But it's just what happens. It's
Sure
like anything.
you
You can if you lift.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but I guess you pass it on to your kids, right?
Oh, definitely. That's
Yeah,
the thing,
yeah.
And I bring people out, It's like, oh, you want to try metal detecting? Come on out. I got 4 detectors. Just grab one.
Hey, Bretzky, that was an invitation.
Yep,
Yep.
I'm in.
There you go.
We should we should definitely
Parks and stuff. Like, it's fun.
Fuck, we can just probably do it in his backyard.
Yeah.
We'll find
Probably
some
find
shit in
another
there.
fucking septic access.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should definitely
YouTube
do
video.
something in the summer. Yeah, for sure. Where we just go out and see if
Well,
we
and
can
who
find
even
some
knows
treasure.
what they plowed up into these big giant snowbanks? You can even just scan through them. There's
Yeah,
probably
just
some
go
stuff
through
in
the
there.
ditches.
Yeah.
I guess would ditches be a good idea, good spot to look for?
absolutely. This is a snowman.
You'd be
trail,
surprised.
Yeah.
Like,
So snowmobilers lose shit there all the time. I'm sure.
yeah. You'd be surprised. I find a lot of money along the highway. You'd be like, how the hell did a quarter get on Highway 1?
Same way that single shoe did. Fuck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it just flies over the back of a vehicle or something.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's. But yeah, no, I'm definitely we should definitely do something this summer where we go out to organize a scumbag episode where we
We'll
come
go
back
do
to
a
the
hike
studio.
or something like that and bring the detectors. Like that's what's
Yeah.
Yeah, you find something like an old building or something that's in the middle of nowhere, and you go.
Well,
you go
even
hike
a couple years ago, I did a hike on I think it was Hunt Lake Trail with a buddy, and there was this rock, and it was just a little loose, and we started kicking at it, and we pulled it out, and it was along a quartz vein, and there was some silver or gold in there.
What? That'd be a dream.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, but like that was just luck. But if you had a metal detector, you could have known that before kicking at the rock.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so we're moving to the next sauce, which is, I think that's the VIPod favorite sauce.
Is this Cosmic Coyote?
Cosmic Coyote. Yeah, it's
How many drops do I
give
put?
me a good 2-3 drops. Like,
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I did.
This one is again very.
like this is my favorite hot sauce. It's that smoky flavor comes right through. It has a good kick to it too. How you doing, by the way, after the oil one?
It took a while to get there, but yeah, it was a good burn going on.
I don't think I added enough on that one.
Yeah, like this
But I'm
one.
getting the sniffles, so that's.
Yeah, like
Start.
this one, I use it like
no
heavily.
special abilities yet, or
No, not yet. Surprising. Usually with I'll really.
Oh wow,
I'm really gonna give it. We're just gonna see what happens.
smoky for sure.
Let's try this.
Yeah, that one I love. Like
the flavor on this one though is absolutely one of the
Like
best
a
hot
hickory
sauces.
or some kind of
Yeah.
like smoky. I think you were talking about.
yeah, so
earlier.
they smoke all their peppers and then they make the hot sauce. And how you doing, Tyler?
Good.
Yeah,
That
have
was
a nice
nice.
burn.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit here and melt. Yeah, puddle.
Well, that was the idea. We want you guys to start taking your clothes off slowly. To get some more
right.
excitement on here on the show.
No, I thought it'd be coming for sure with that hot sauce, but
No,
no, no.
it's not horrible. Like we wanted to ease you into the next two.
The next couple are gonna take a couple unreasonable steps up. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I know Tyler needs to leave in about 10 minutes, so
Definitely gotta get there.
already.
we're gonna prime him for the road.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be like
He's not going to be able to leave.
by the time he goes and pick up his fiance, then he'll be completely naked and she'll be ready to just tackle him.
Well,
So
let's just do the 2 next rounds, and we need max 5 minutes between each round.
yeah. So are we
break-
gonna jump right into it?
Yeah.
Holy.
Let's pop out Apollo.
Okay. So next, Apollo. This one's from the show Hot Ones, The Last Dab. This is a special pepper that is. It's the new hottest pepper from Guinness World Record holding Chili Breeders Smoke at Curse. The Apollo pepper channels the sun's energy to bring new levels of flavor and heat to the world of super hots. So this one's really nice.
That's what we need. The sun's energy.
That's not fun. This is not fun.
This one is still in the fun realm. That's thick. That is with 2 C's. Thick. Should we start rapid firing questions on this round, or should we wait till the next? Let's wait till the next.
Oh god. Oh, and I want to put the whole thing on there.
Oh no.
So Tommy,
Yeah.
grab from this side
Oh, questions.
and place on this side so we don't duplicate.
Yeah. So we're gonna do just random questions here.
Okay.
No, we'll do Apollo first. We're not going to do the questions till we give them the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How are they doing through this?
Like again, this one's strong, but has a really nice flavor, nice pepper flavor, and I love it so much. And I know some of the listeners they listen to our show regularly. They're like, oh, they're doing another hot sauce, But we just love sharing and making you guys suffer.
And building our tolerance.
And I mean, yes, like
Actually,
It gets funnier every time as it bothers us less.
yeah, right, yeah. Like
It used
the
to
other
suck
one
because
actually
we would.
felt hotter.
the
Than this one.
the smoky one.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Then you
So
didn't have
this one's
enough.
Yeah, that would be a hard disagree from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
from
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Because it doesn't seem as potent. Like
Okay. Well, and you know what? And that's the thing. Like I think it also depends
wonder-
which peppers are in there, right? Too. Like sometimes, like I know some people that like absolutely don't like certain peppers,
yeah.
and they might react to it differently than
Yeah.
you and I. But I mean,
It's getting there. I'm
it's-
starting to sweat.
It's starting to
Starting to
catch up.
sweat. Yeah.
like it's definitely. And again, we didn't use a lot, and feel free to do more if you want. The end, you'll feel the effects right away. But
I don't
this
want
one,
that. I don't want that.
Nobody wants
but you know
it.
what? So why don't you tell us that story? That what happened this year and what you did for someone?
Okay, so there was a tragic accident along the highway, and just so happened to be online. And in one of our message groups there, somebody had posted that this lady Tara was looking for someone to metal detect along the highway to find her husband's phone because he had perished, right? So I decided, and she told us a date too. It's about a month difference, right?
Right.
So I was thinking, how many plows have been by, how many, the perimeters here is pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
So I thought,
Is this within the city? Or?
yeah, just on the perimeter here in the north perimeter. So I thought there's going to be, it's probably gone, right? Clean up and all that stuff, right? But I decided, heck, I'm going to go out. Hey, it was so cold out today, but I bundled up, right? So I decided, heck, might as well go out and see if I can find this lady's phone, right? Because, it was basically her whole life is on there too, right? All your passwords, all your pictures, all that stuff, right? And sure enough, I went out there for about 2 hours. Searched around, like it was in between the two lanes too. So cars or transports whizzing by, right? All that stuff. So it was just blowing like crazy. And then sure enough, I was just like, after 2 hours, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna find this thing. But then I started, playing the CSI thing, right? Started. That's all that was playing in my head, keep going. But I started looking, you could see where the accident happened, where all the glass was, and then you followed across the road, and she had told me what happened. So I followed it, and sure enough, within, started thinking about the metal detector. I'm digging everything, right? So I'm every 2 feet, I'm digging something, right? It's in the ground. So I'm like, why am I digging 20 inches down, right? Lower the detector, so I'm only doing in the snow, right?
The phone didn't.
It didn't go.
Impale itself
exactly.
20 inches down.
And sure enough, as soon as I set that, the first target hit it. I hit this phone, so I just dug it up, and as soon as I swiped, that's all I saw was the phone. I was just like, oh my god, it's just you can't believe that it's still there, right?
You
that
posted
alone
a video.
is like it's a treasure find.
Oh, definitely,
right?
definitely.
Even though it wasn't a treasure for you, for the person that you were doing that for, it means everything, and so the joy that comes along with finding something
definitely.
like that.
And when I found it, I was just blown away. Like I couldn't believe that I'd found it,
Yeah.
And then it just made you feel good because you're bringing back something that losing a husband that's huge.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So and I just figured,
especially in a sudden tragic.
oh yeah, definitely. And that was something I could do, right? Like I could give back to somebody that And I figured, what the hell? I'm gonna check, see what happens. I bundled up and. Yeah, I found it.
So, and then you found the phone, and did it work? Was she able to recover everything?
We met up, and we talked, and great lady, and we just I gave it to her, and I said, don't turn it on. I put it in rice for the last day just to see if it was moisture, but it was so cold that it's not going to melt, and the snow's not melting.
Yeah.
So it was just basically in the snowbank, right?
Yeah.
And so she brought it home, and then she brought it to somebody, but all they had to do was just charge it, and it worked.
Good. And she recovered everything.
Yeah, she recovered everything she
I
needed.
mean, that's so amazing that the fact that like her late husband's phone is found and can recover whatever photos he has taken. And
but I was thinking even passwords, like that's a huge thing. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Do you know your wife's passwords? Right? Do you know that stuff, or do you even know your own? Do you even know your banking information?
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't have a clue.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And would you want to see their pictures? Really? Do you want to know the photo roll?
My wife already knows. She learned the lesson the hard way, not to look through my phone. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Well, I got that one friend that sends you the worst possible pictures. Yeah, that's
me. We're not that close friends yet, but don't worry. I think it's coming.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I might have your buddy beat. Ask these two.
I can attest to that.
Me and Tommy have to delete the browser history deal signed off between each other.
Yeah.
Anything happens.
Tyler, how are you doing? I see you struggle there a little bit.
Yeah, I'm on fire.
That's good. That's good. So, are you ready?
Sounds like it's ready.
Are you ready for the killer?
Ready than ever.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Oh well, this one will be.
But the one just before that though, that one was potent.
Apollo is actually tasty.
Tommy's choosing the adventure.
Just put it straight on a nugget. Tommy.
I'm just gonna let you guys. I'm just gonna let you guys dip it in there.
Oh boy.
Give me lots. Bretzky, are you having it?
No.
Yeah,
No, just rub it around. Don't. If you just
just
tap
do
like that,
do
like
a good
nothing's
tap,
happening.
All right.
Okay. Cheers.
I'm already crying from the first.
Oh fuck.
Bye. He's already crying.
Yes.
What's wrong with you guys? This is crazy.
That's nasty, right?
Oh yeah, it just tastes like hot. Like just
Oh my
That's
god.
literally the taste.
It tastes like you're
tastes like
putting-
hot.
you're taking burning ember from the fire and you're just throwing it right in your mouth. Well, thank goodness that the hiccups haven't gone. Started to come. It's good. It's not bad though. But where's the difference? You said 2 million.
You need some milk?
I'm good.
Oh, I did too much.
I'm glad my dip wasn't as much as yours.
Yeah.
And I was
Sweat,
second guessing
that's-
myself, thinking maybe I need more. No, I don't need more.
I definitely overdid it. I need some water.
Water's not going to help you, bud.
No, the beer
It's
makes
going to make
worse.
it worse.
It slowly is coming on, and you're just like, oh no, I hope it stops. But
Yeah,
no,
and
it doesn't.
and it doesn't. You got a good 10 minutes probably of being miserable. Then you're maybe 1 minute in.
Wow. Well, don't say that. I'm very surprised. You were saying that superpower there. Usually, anything hot, I just start hiccuping like a madman. But it hasn't been that bad.
It's so hot that your body's just like, I don't even have the energy for this.
Oh my god.
Tommy, are we on a pause? Should I have
That's
a shot
good,
of whiskey here?
No, keep going.
It's good though.
Okay, well, you talk for a second because I want a
wow.
shot of whiskey. The Pizza Oven is dedicated to the highest quality pie that the whole family can enjoy. With their amazing sauce and the freshest ingredients, the Pizza Oven is here to provide quality and a great tasting pizza to Winnipeg and East St. Paul. They use a delicious blend of mozzarella cheese and make their pizza crust daily, both thick and thin, and their meats are proudly provided by Winnipeg Old Country. They're located at 1215 Henderson Highway, Unit D in Winnipeg. Call them today at 204-949-3000 because everyone's loving the Pizza Oven. And tell them the VIPod sent you by using promo code VIPod5 for 5% off of your order, and order online for an additional 5% off for a grand total of 10% off of your order.
We would like to take a moment to say a great big thank you to our lead sponsor, SafetyNet Studio, for bringing us to all major platforms under their banner. SafetyNet Studio is a boutique audio company. They produce podcasts, offer voice work, and create content for radio stations across North America. You can head to safetynetstudio.com and check out music news you can use that's covering the chart toppers and floppers. It's a daily 6 to 7 minute pod that keep you up to date with all your active rock and top 40 favorites. You can also hear music news you can use on your local radio station.
All right, so where are we at?
So we lost Tyler after the end.
He had to tap out.
He has to go pick up his fiance, and he's. What are you doing?
Well, I was knocking it back. Oh, look at this. I got a
Oh, look at it.
Oh, hitchhiker.
pork arm.
That's awesome.
Tommy just ate off of my tree.
Yeah. So yeah, we lost Tyler. Yep. Unfortunately, he has to leave, but we made sure he's nice and primed for when he picks up his fiance. Yeah. Why don't we show these cool stickers that we just got from Mr. Paul Daniels?
I put one back on the.
Yeah.
So this is your logo.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Your persona logo.
You know, I figured, well, I work at Portage, Maine, right? Winnipeg, so it's so windy here.
Yeah.
Hey, you too. I worked there too.
Yeah. And so I figured, hey, Windy Digger, nice and easy.
Yeah, so Windy Digger. So Windy, you work Portage, Maine, and it's the windiest, I guess, windiest intersection, right?
And it fucking sucks in the wintertime.
Oh, yeah.
So where can we find
so bad.
Where do you use these logo like other than social media? Do you like? Is there like
Apparel.
Okay.
Yeah, I have, because, I do graphic design, right? So.
You too?
Say what?
Oh, me too.
Oh, jeez. We didn't know that.
That is
Small
weird.
world.
Yeah.
How do you
I
guys
just
know
did
each
on
other?
I just did on the
Now we're
side.
competing. Yeah. No, I just figured, I was starting out. I figured, heck, why not just, I always see these YouTube channels and all that stuff. So I figured, why not make my own little thing? And then if, I give away stuff, I give away stickers. And
So do you have like T-shirts, hoodies, hats?
yeah, we have, or I have basically everything. I also have my own merch on online that I design, metal detecting T-shirts, but it's just under the Windy Digger brand,
Are
Yeah.
they detectable by a metal detector?
Oh, that would be so cool, actually, if you got like
Actually,
And then you
something
can bury your
insert-
shirts
yeah.
all over the place.
no, you know what I wanted to do was start melting down some of the stuff like aluminum and stuff like that. Make my own coins, but put my name on it, and then leave them everywhere whenever I go
Toss
metal
it,
detecting, and then so that people finally like, fuck, that guy's been here already,
Or like even if you're just going traveling, right? Anywhere you go, or give it to your friends that travel all over the world and just like throw them all over the place.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
digger's been here already.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh no, that's a great idea, actually. Yeah.
I figured why not, right? Well, I just found out my neighbor moved away, and then I see him on social media. He makes stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
The whole time you've been doing this, and I didn't even know. So I messaged him. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's super cool. So, where do you have a website?
I used to do everything through Instagram.
Everything's through
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at Windy Digger.
Okay.
So yeah.
We'll definitely tag you down in
Dindy
the,
wigger.
We'll definitely tag your Instagram on our pod
definitely.
script. Yep.
Sounds
and then
good.
people can directly, like, if they listen to on an actual podcast, they can directly go to your website and then check it out.
Yeah, I do everything through there. It's nice and easy because everything's photos based, right?
Yeah.
So it's nice, and it's me and my kids, and stuff that we've done, and things we do. And every odd time, I'll throw jet stuff up there.
So I know you don't want to like disclose locations, but like, do you normally, like in reference to Winnipeg, do
Yeah.
you normally work near the city, or do you go
Hours.
No,
hours
no.
away? Do you,
I mean, I have
like,
a wife that basically controls everything I do. So cut that.
So you got like a 1 hour radius.
Yeah, it's basically because of the gas prices too, and she.
Oh, buddy.
But we won't really talk about that. 'cause
No, that's a whole other episode right there.
But usually I'll stay within my boundary, because I live in the east side of the city, right?
Okay.
So I'll stay mostly on that side. But
Kind of stick to rivers and
parks or
yeah.
I'll do a lot of research. Like I usually, spend time at the library, doing things like that. And I find stuff that's, hopefully old homesteads that, are just sitting in the middle of nowhere, stuff like that. But the problem with Manitoba is everything is owned by somebody, right? Like the farmlands. It's not like Ontario.
And it's all
just,
old.
Yeah, like Ontario, it's crown land. You can just go and dig. But here in Manitoba, it's so hard to find people. Like, how who owns that property? How are you gonna, you don't want to just go and start detecting on there because it's happened.
Yeah.
I've went out and I'm like, oh, look at that little place that's abandoned, and I started digging there, and sure enough, an old man comes showing up, and he was not happy. What are you doing on my lot? I'm like, well, I just saw it, and
and same thing. Like when Tommy and I first met, like one of the first things we did was we did that hike down at the Pine Docks there, and within a week or two of when we did it. It went out public that the people who own the land were like, guys, can you like fuck off? This is our land.
Well, to get to that part, you have to go through
walk
private
through a lot of
property.
private property.
Yeah.
And we noticed it too. Like you were literally walking through people's yards, and they're sitting there on their deck, and you're walking through their backyard.
Yeah.
You're along the tree line, but still, like I can see, like if that's my property, and I'm trying to sit on my deck having a beer, and there's a group of people every 10 minutes walking past.
What I would do
you
is
gotta be respectful, right?
I would put a little mug out there like, hey, donations for maintaining this path, fuckers,
Yeah, and honestly, and we would have been into
donating. Here's $5, $10,
into
whatever.
that. Like we would have been more than happy to fucking leave a bottle.
So when you find something on someone else's property,
yeah,
what's the dealio there?
Okay. So usually you, if say like, I approach you and we talk and stuff, and, you can sort of swindle a deal at some point. Some people are really harsh. Like, no, you're not allowed on my property. But sometimes you talk to them and you tell them what you find and stuff, and they'd be like, oh, well, okay. And then they start warming up. And, you could say, if I find something,
Valuable,
gold. Well, I'll
split
yeah, exactly. But
profits
for
or-
coins and stuff like that, there's not really what's a coin. If you find an old coin, it might be worth $5. If I mean that's if it's any good still, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like
At that
literally
point, you
a
just
penny.
give it to them.
Yeah, and
You take a picture for your portfolio.
Exactly. That's actually happened to me. I was out in Richer, and there's an old there's a guy that owns a really old 1800s building there, all made out of rocks, and just meet him through friend of friends or whatever. And I asked him, I said, "Can I metal detect your yard?" He said, "Yeah, just go. Don't do the main property right by the house, but do behind it. There used to be an
They don't
old
want holes
yeah,
or
yeah,
nothing,
exactly.
yeah.
But I mean, you can dig a certain way that you'll never even notice
That's
that
right.
they were there. But so I went behind there, and it was blacksmithing area. Like they used to have a old blacksmith area.
Bunch of old iron.
Yeah. So he said, you're not going to find much. Within the first 10 minutes, I found a ring.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, and it wasn't a regular ring that we
The
buy.
finger was still attached to it, right?
It was still there. No, this was handmade. This was
And
hand
the body.
forged.
It was weird.
Yeah, so I kept it. It's at my house. Right? It's in the mantle.
Wife wasn't happy about it, but
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
I
no,
found a
so-
ring. So I gave that to the homeowner. I said, "Hey, look, this could be his grandparents that own that, and that could be their ring, right?"
Yeah.
So I gave it back to him. I took pictures and stuff. And,
Yeah, exactly.
But then after that opens it up for. He's like, "Come back anytime you want."
And,
Yeah.
and you
Perfect.
could relate that almost to like catch and release fishing, right? Like you still get the like you caught the trophy, and now you're releasing it to where it belongs.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you have that, like, you go to the beach or something, or the schoolyards. Usually you find, like, student rings, they won a championship or grad ring and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that. It's nice. You can find the people.
The Lord of the Rings, like
Yeah, those ones you never return.
Yeah.
No, you throw that one away. Yeah, throw it in the lava.
I don't know. I never seen the movies or read the
you
books.
piece
so.
of shit.
No.
Get the fuck
I
off
tried.
this show.
I tried.
I'm gonna kick you in the fucking nuts. Just shut up
Remember,
right now.
you can't reach.
Just shut
You
up
can't
right
reach.
now. I will, buddy. I have a fucking mic stand right here. I will reach.
No, I tried. I actually, like, little side note, I tried to watch those movies 4 times. Fell asleep within the first 10 minutes.
Lord of the Rings has more characters than the Bible. Like you have to be prepared.
I thought I was, but I was just like,
and
I
like
wanna add
it's,
my 2
it's
cents
not
to that.
it's not something that you can.
Harry Potter's
honestly,
mine. I
oh,
cannot stand.
Same thing.
I've
yeah.
never gotten through Harry
Oh,
Potter.
I couldn't either.
Same
Fell
with
asleep
that
right away.
either, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Like my daughter actually was like, "Hey, Dad, I'm starting the book. So if I read the book, can we watch the movie together? And then I'll read the second book." And I'm like, "Absolutely! Like I won't read it, but I'll watch it with you." 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, my kids did the
cold.
same
It is
thing, and I
awful.
did the same
Awful.
thing. I can't. And even like a month or two ago, I was like, "Fuck." I'm sure I would love that series. Like, let me just watch through it. And I turned on the first one. And I was like,
Yeah, I'll cool.
I can't.
Yeah, that's what.
But Lord of the Rings was my Star Wars. Like, that was my, like, it came out. And I remember going to the theater to see it the first time. And it just was like, whoa. And even then I was like, I know I didn't even fucking understand a third of that. And so I had to go back again and watch it more. And then I bought the DVD and I would fucking like watch it over and over and over again. And like,
Isn't this close where you live? Is Mordor?
Yeah.
Isn't that where you live? Close there?
yeah,
like-
Mordor Road. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
up the road. That's actually awesome because it's Mondor Road. But
Yeah,
like somebody actually like used non-reflective paint spray
And it's
to spray it, so like at night when you see that sign, it shows up as Mordor.
Yeah,
not
I love that
Mondor.
every time I see
it's
it.
the fucking best.
That's funny.
Whoever did that is my fucking hero.
What's the largest item you found?
Oh, I've found full car parts,
long
bumpers.
ship.
Really?
Really, yeah. And then it gets to a point where you're just like, I'm not digging that anymore. Like I'm just I found one time I was just like, yes, it's good, something good in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Gonna check it out, and I'm digging and it's about 2.5 feet down, and it was a friggin' big 4x8 sheet of tin, the corrugated tin, in the middle of nowhere. But it was like 3 feet down. Like, how long was that there? Like, how the hell did it get there?
Well, probably
that blew there
probably,
after a tornado,
Yeah.
and then
Probably-
got covered in dirt.
or probably the
and then-
97 floods, the
Who
floods
knows? Yeah,
going,
exactly. Yeah.
and then just gets piled over years.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And it's just, crazy things you just never know. You got to dig it, right?
Yeah.
And you see something like that, you're like, what could that be?
Okay, so now I gotta ask, with this being your hobby, how do you feel about the shows like the Oak Island shows?
I
Stuff
actually
like that. Like, are you super hooked on them, or are you just are you one of those like, you son of a bitch? As if you're fuck you.
more wood. You're finding more wood.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I do actually. I enjoy them because I like the characters on them, right? So
Yeah.
the metal detecting guy there is I think he's British or whatever, Gary, and I just love watching. I love the machines that he uses. So you get to sort of watch those things, see what I guess you want to call them professionals, but really, they're just people with metal detector, right? But they know a lot.
Yeah.
So, but I love those types of things. But I just hate watching them because it's like you think, can't you just get a whole bunch of metal detectors there and just everybody just search at once and done? Not
They can, but then there wouldn't be a TV show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like, how much wood are you going to find? Same thing over and over. It's an old wood ship. Well, you're going to pieces of wood like this, you're just like.
Yeah.
But I watch it. I like it.
I guess it's one of those things that, like, no matter what you find, like, part of the fun is actually you find something and now you're like digging it out. You're trying to find what it is. But
The
then
history
the second
behind
part
it.
of it is too, like, finding out, okay, what that is. Like, is that, who did it belong to, right? Like, just things like that. Like, that's the whole excitement part now. If you have the time
The
and
archaeology of it.
resources, you
Yeah.
can actually start looking into it, like, who did that ring belong to, or like,
For
I
sure.
found a bullet. How old is that bullet now? Is it from
Civil War or
exactly,
whatever, right?
right?
Yeah.
So, like, that, I think that's the whole excitement. I can see that being a really good hobby, and also probably very calming too. Like,
definitely. You're by yourself. You don't have to worry about anything. You just do your thing.
Yeah.
Well, and
it's kinda nice.
especially like I'm sure, like, if you have a family, a couple times a year you go out camping or whatever, and if you have that shit, then you can wake up in the morning before everybody's up and just be like, okay, I'm gonna go scan the beach.
Yeah, definitely.
And just
we do that lots.
Or even if it's not a beach, like, be like, I'm gonna go on one of the fucking hiking trails.
Yeah,
And just
see
scan
what you
her
can
out
find. Yeah.
while I'm out there.
I got a crazy story about the last summer.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay. So, just like you said, we were gone out camping, and I'm gonna get up in the morning, go to the beach, go have some fun, right? So I go in the water, detecting in the water because my detector is full submersible, and I was wearing a wetsuit at the time. It was the first real time I tried my wetsuit out. I unzipped in the back, so because my neck's so fat.
Yeah.
I
hear you. I'm there
so
too, bro.
Kept it unzipped, and then the water was low that time. So I figured, I'm going to go towards the dock. It's a little bit deeper, but that's okay. I'm going to be able to find stuff that people have dropped there. Well, I wasn't really paying much attention. My headphones on, it's up to my neck, and all of a sudden I stepped off a drop-off. And I'm trying to get my feet back to the thing, and I'm holding my metal detector and my scoop in my hand, and the thing has buoyancy. So, but where my neck was, it got air in it, and put the air into my feet.
Oh, and so the water.
So what was happening was the feet kept popping up out of the water and dunking my head backwards.
Oh,
so
no.
I had my metal detector. I couldn't swim because it was either drop my stuff and try to swim, but at that point I was just like gassed, and
and if
you're
it's
not a kid
if it's
anymore.
a cliff
right?
there, you don't want to fucking drop your shit off it, obviously.
And that's what I was trying not to drop it. And then it got to the point where I was just like, I got to let this go. And I let it go, but I was lucky enough, I still had my headphones on. It was attached to the metal detector, so it was dragging behind me, right?
Okay.
But I was trying to swim, and I got to the point where I was going to die.
Oh,
right?
wow.
All I saw was my kids' faces. I was just like panicking. And when they tell you don't panic, you're at that point.
No, bro, you're panicking.
You're panicking.
Yeah.
And it was just to the point where the water was just covering my face, and just enough that my mouth was out of the water. And I was just like, that's it. I got to scream. So I started screaming, help me, help me. And I just kept getting dunked under. My feet kept going up, and it was dunking my head under.
Yeah.
So and I was trying to flutter, trying to doggy paddle. I couldn't turn over. It was just getting.
Wow.
And lucky enough, there was somebody on the beach that morning, and her name was Anna, and she came running across with a tube, and she just plucked me out of the water, and I just. I ended up at St. Anne's Hospital, getting x-rays and stuff, but I was lucky enough that I drank a lot of water, but it all went in my belly. So I was lucky it was a big belly, So I was drinking a lot of water, but man, that scared me.
Oh, no
but
kidding.
you just never know, right? It's just one of those things.
And that's the day your wife started hating metal detecting.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's just, I go hard, and I go metal detecting, I go hard. So that was one of those stories, like how many metal detectors say that they almost drown, metal detecting in a lake.
You could have found the ring that day. The ring.
Yeah.
You could have found it.
Yeah, so I was lucky enough. Somebody had seen, one of those people have seen something on Facebook, saw this story, and messaged me, said, we'll go scuba diving if you want. We'll go find your stuff, and they did the next Sunday.
Awesome!
Yeah,
because you ended up losing your metal detector.
No, my metal detector was still attached to me
because just your loot.
My $200 scoop.
Yeah.
It's So that was they got it back for me. So that was nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
But that was a heck of a year.
Yeah.
And it was scary. I thought that was it.
Mm-hmm.
You see your kid's face. When they tell you your life flashes before your eyes.
Oh, totally.
Oh, it was there. I was like, Jesus, and I was just tired. Like your body just can't give anymore.
Yeah.
It's not that, you physically you can go. No, you just couldn't go anymore. And it was crazy. And then it's funny, after everything, settled down after 8 hours of settling, trying not to have a heart attack, going into shock, right? Look at the Fitbit. I had my Fitbit on, and you could see the point of heartbeat, and it just went straight up. You're like, it goes from your regular 100 beats per minute to like 190, and you're just like, your heart's gonna explode at that point, right?
Oh, no kidding.
It was intense. And so my wife says you can't go to the beach by yourself anymore.
Or
I'm like,
don't wear the wetsuit.
Or don't wear the wetsuit. Yeah, right. But you go by yourself all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you have to go. To try to find somebody to go with. Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay in waist deep. From now on, I'm not gonna go over my neck.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was the thing. I just stepped off that ledge there. I didn't expect.
But I mean, you can't be waist deep and then step off the ledge, and next thing you know, you're in deep shit.
That's true, yeah. But I mean, most places you're pretty good. The Lake Winnipeg and stuff like that. It's pretty shallow. You can go quite a ways. But that scared me, boy. Oh. And then after that, all the detectorists in around the city, did you hear about that guy that metal detection almost drowned? Did you hear about that? And I'm like,
you're just
sitting by.
That was me.
Yep, that's it was you. Freaking what happened? And then you got to explain 20,000 times.
Yeah.
Then you got newspapers that are picking up the story, but they're not calling you. They don't call me, the one that almost drowned.
Mm-hmm.
They just automatically just take it off of Facebook and they put it in their newspaper. Man almost drowns. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You could have just asked me. I would tell you. But
I wasn't really drowning. I was just pretending, guys.
Yeah. Oh no. It was, yeah.
So, what are the chances that we could get you to do one more Bretzky bite with some the end flat line on there? Because normally what we like to do is get people to do that, and then we have a rapid fire.
Or at least do the Apollo.
Well, I'll do the hot one. Let's do it.
No, you got it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because we
gotta play the game. We gotta play the game.
The Apollo doesn't quite get the effect out there.
But I think Bretzky, you should do it with him right now.
So Tommy, grab from this side and then place here, and then we can.
Why don't you do the end too? Don't be a bitch. I did it.
All right. Well, no. I'll do one later. I need to be.
Why did I coat the whole thing with it?
Okay.
Oh no.
So
this one won't be.
Can you let's set a timer too. Let's set a timer to this.
I'll just have a timer going on my phone.
2 minutes. We'll go 2 minutes.
And you have 30 seconds to answer.
I should have just instantly.
No, he has 2 minutes to get as many points as he can.
Okay.
Okay.
So you ready? You ate it?
No, I already. Yeah.
All right. 3.
Name something that has 3 eyes.
Fish.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
The fish from fucking Simpsons. I'll give him that. That's,
Okay,
that's a point. Put it down.
Yeah.
Name 4 cartoon cats.
Felix.
1.
I don't even know.
You can say pass if you can't do it.
Pass.
Okay.
Tom and Jerry. Tom.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, roll it.
Oh, Sylvester.
Yeah, there you go.
1.
Name one part of the human ear.
Lobe.
Okay, that's 2
Okay.
points.
Name the player sitting 4 spots to your left.
Bretzky.
Wrong.
1.
Oh, no, because I
Oh
caught
no,
my-
yeah, never mind. I was,
No, he's right.
yeah. I was going to my
So he
left.
gets
I'm
one.
like, name a one-word baseball team.
Giants.
Yep.
Oh, I can't even.
Name the Italian word for 1.
Uno?
I'll take that. I'm not sure, but
I think so.
Pretty sure it's right.
Holy crap.
Name 3 Batman villains.
Joker, Penguin, Bane.
There we go.
Wow, that was fast.
Nerd.
This is so hot.
Name 1 people who signed the Declaration of Independence.
George Washington.
Yep. 2.
Name a 2-word song title.
Last Kiss.
Wow, he's
Yeah,
good.
He came prepared.
Oh,
Name the term for 4 children born at the same time.
Quadruplets.
Wow.
This is insane.
3.
Name 3 casinos.
Club Regent, Shark Club, and South Beach.
Wow.
I worked at all.
Quick.
Name something with 5 colors.
Oh, with 5. Rainbow.
I'll take that.
we will accept
I
I
will
don't think
accept
it's-
that a
I don't
rainbow
think it's
does
rainbow,
have 5
but-
colors. So that I give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
So on the 2-minute limit, you're the first person to do the 2-minute limit of the hot seat. But we're gonna continue that on. But 9 points. That's
good.
That's
Okay.
pretty
That's
impressive. That's a
an
good bar.
impressive
That's a good bar.
to set. I don't think that will be beaten.
I may never come back though from this one.
I don't think that'll be beaten at
You have
least
water?
for a future. Do you want some milk?
Sure.
I'll get you some milk.
Why don't you go get?
My eyes are watery.
Maybe. Oh yeah, there's another paper towel there. Yeah. Just don't rub your eyes with,
I'm trying
with your
not to.
hands. Okay, now you
I
did
took
it.
way too much.
Yeah, now you did. Yeah, you did what I did. Oh, you're like dry completely.
Yeah. Fire.
Hurry up, Bretzky, he's dying.
Oh, that was fun though. I think my mind was clear doing those questions because I was thinking of something else, right?
Oh yeah.
Normally, I'm terrible at things like that.
No, that was pretty good.
So if I'm ever gonna go on Jeopardy, that's what I gotta do. Have a hot sauce.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, go on Jeopardy, hot sauce. That's what you gotta do. Can you imagine being on Jeopardy and you're just like
Just sweating and just like firing up the answers like correctly, right?
yeah, our newest champion. Yeah, world record, most answers in one day. It's unbelievable.
And then you do your plug like, all thanks to the end, flatline.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, that was pretty good actually.
That's boggling to me. I can't believe I answered all those.
Yeah, like honestly, like most of our guests would be like, kind of what you did with the cats, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
all of a
that
sudden
makes sense.
you're like, oh, I know this, and like, oh shit, I can't remember any of them.
Yeah. All I can think of was Felix. But the thing is that I'm known for the most useless shit, right? I know so much useless shit. My brain doesn't work for anything else but that.
Yeah. There you go. So you also shared with me that you just recently got a little package,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
and
From
like you told
Did
me
it come from
what's-
me in the mail?
You told me what's in it, and if you don't mind,
Yeah,
can
we
you
can.
share it with everyone? Because I think that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, definitely. Being online, it's nice. You get to talk to other people from different parts of the country or America or there's
And-
UK and stuff.
And the digging community is fairly big. Like you guys have lots of I don't know how many.
Literally
They're- but
thousands and thousands.
They're
of people.
everywhere, right?
But like there's a group based out of Brandon. They have 700 members.
Wow.
Right. So like that's
Wow.
and that's probably across Canada. People like that. But
Yeah.
still, that's a lot of people.
If you told Owen Wilson, he would say, wow.
Yeah, so I was online and I just saw that one of these big YouTube stars that do metal detecting videos, and he had posted a jar full of Civil War bullets that he found, and he's been finding he found thousands of these things, right? But to me, that's a find of a lifetime, right? Finding one of those, being able to go.
Well, we won't find too many Civil War bullets
Not
here.
up here.
no, but it's just one of those things, right? So I said, that's super neat. Like that'd be a find for me. Well, he said, I'll send you one. I'm like, what? You send me one? Yeah, I'll send you one in the mail. So his name online is Preacher Digger.
Okay.
And so, I sit at home and I get this little package in the mail. So I first it's a small little, 8 compartment little
Kind of like the
little,
pills, right? Like where
Yeah.
you're Monday pill, Tuesday pills. Yeah.
So it's just that hot sauce is just killing me here.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's how you got to tell the story.
Wait till tomorrow, buddy. You are
no.
going to hate tomorrow.
So I open up this thing and he said he also said in the message that I sent you a little something. So I open it up and
Like weed or?
that would be nice too. So I open it up and I find there was coins in there. So look at them. Found an Indian head penny, 1888.
Wow.
He's just sent me that. I'm like, that's insane. And a Barber nickel or a Barber dime, which is basically like a silver dime from 1916. And then what was the other one? There was a Buffalo head nickel. Or
those are cool
Buffalo
To-
nickel, sorry,
to
not
hold
Buffalo.
anything with that much history to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like-
What year was that from?
the Buffalo nickel was 34, I think,
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
But still, that's that,
Yeah.
and that's what and that was the reason behind it. He sent me those coins because that was American history of the coin, And I was just thinking, I found actually my first Indian head penny this year, just out near Dugald.
Cool.
Yeah, and that was 1907 Indian head penny, and I thought that's going to be a bucket lister for me because, unless I go to the States, right? You're not going to find a lot of that. Yeah, I found one. I was very surprised, but he sent me an 1888. I was just like, what? You just give those away, But he finds, in the States, he finds that stuff all the time, right? But it was nice. So, anyways, there's still more compartments to go, right? And I'm like, what else did he send me? I'm all happy. And he sent me a musket ball. Well, that's pretty cool, the Civil War type era, right? And then all of a sudden I opened up the next one, and he sent me a little, a smaller caliber Civil War bullet. And then I opened up the last one, and it's just one of those big honking monsters. Like, this thing is huge. And he sent me a Civil War bullet. And just a little package,
That's so cool. Like,
Just that alone, it was just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I was just like, I couldn't believe it that he sent me this.
So when I was in my early 20s, I was part of a multi-level marketing scheme. I'm not going to try to dice it any other way. But we went to Washington D.C. for a big fucking seminar and shit like that. And we didn't have a whole lot of time to fucking walk around and shit like that, but we did have one day, and so there was basically 2 groups, and one group went to the Smithsonian and one group went to the White House. And so I was with the group that went to the White House, and we did all the memorials in that area, like Jefferson Memorial and shit like that. But we realized we had extra time. And so we were like, okay, well, we have time to go to the Smithsonian if we want to, or we can grab dinner. And I was like, Smithsonian, we got to go to the Smithsonian. I want to see some things at the Smithsonian. And everyone was like, I'd like dinner. And so we had to go to a fucking seafood fucking
Yes,
place.
that's what I would choose.
Like, not even on the fucking coast.
Yeah.
And like, I was so fucking mad at the whole fucking thing. But like, yeah, to be able to have gone and seen all that, like, because I'm one of those people that want to travel the world. I could give 2 fucks about sitting on a beach. I want to go places and I want to see history. Like I want to go to museums. I want to go to fucking like historical places. I want to fucking like I want to see the shit around the world that
we can travel then together.
Yeah. I'll suck your dick.
No, I said we can't.
Oh.
We can't.
Oh, you want the beaches.
No. See, I'm more of a, like, I don't mind a history. Like, when we went to Sweden, I really wanted to go to the Vasa Museum because they had the Viking ship. They had, like...
Yeah.
They had, like...
that's exactly like that. Sign me up.
I would
stuff
lose
like
it.
that, I love it. But, like, also, I want to go and experience the culture.
Yes.
You know, like I want
Yeah, that too.
to try local food.
Yep.
I want to try local drinks.
Yep.
You know, things like that. Like, yeah, I don't mind sitting on the beach and getting hammered for 1 or 2 days. You know, but
that's the thing. Like
but yeah.
the beach is the last fucking
But-
thing I care about.
but there's
I can
certain
go to a
museum-
beach here. Like, yeah, the water's not fucking blue. Whoopee fucking
Yeah.
doodah.
Like when-
I'm still fucking lying on the sand.
Yeah, like when
in
we
the
went
sun.
to Russia, to St. Petersburg, it was museum after
traveled.
museum, and it was just like, I don't give a fuck about Russian museums, you know. Like, there's certain depends where we go. Like, let's say the White House, I would be very happy to go see the White House from the outside. I'm good.
You know
That's
what's
it.
cool about the well, and that's all you get with the White House.
Yeah.
like there's literally a gated
like-
fucking yard around it, and you can't do anything. And I remember when I went there, we were like going and we were trying to like take pictures, and as we were trying to take pictures, where you're like focusing on a spot, and your viewfinder would keep flashing. And we were like, what the fuck is going on? And we eventually figured it out. What it was there's snipers on the roof, and they're glancing you with their they're glaring you with their scope to let you know, like, we're watching you.
Yeah.
No matter where you are. Like, we were even at a point at the side of the fucking building, like, looking through some fucking plants, and we got that little flash, and they're just like, yep.
Oh yeah,
We're watching
absolutely.
you.
Yeah,
But it was cool. Like, it's
it's an experience. Yeah,
and I even have a deck of cards from when I went there. It was super cool because that was back when it was GW back in those days, and they were selling decks of cards around the White House back then. That they were the actual decks of cards that they were giving to the military in Iraq at the time, and all the like kings and queens and aces and stuff like that were people that they were trying to find. So like that was the whole idea is that like while you're playing poker, you're going to remember these faces, and when you see that fucking guy walking down the street, you can fucking
pop.
Yep.
Jeez.
It was fucking crazy. I have a fucking deck of them. It's
That's awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, like, you know, like when we went to New York, I honestly, like, we were there for a very short time, only a day and a half. But my favorite part was going to the M&M store at Times Square. The biggest M&M store I've ever been to. Like, they had these giant
Like
test
Slim
tubes.
Shady?
What? No,
Slim
M&M. Like M&M, like the chocolate. And they had these giant test tubes through 3 stories filled with M&Ms. I was just like, I just wanted to go underneath it, you know, like, and like you got to eat like as much candy as you wanted in there. Like, it was so good. Like, you know, I love stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
There we go. Jet score.
Loads.
Oh, come on.
Is that Flurry again? We just fucking kicked the shit out of him the other night.
Did he get moved to Vegas or?
Or no, he went to Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
They're gonna kick some fucking ass this year.
I'm here for a confession.
Oh, Lord Jesus, what have you done?
Nothing. You just take it easy now.
I must confess.
Well, my dear.
For your penance, 10 Bloody Marys and a good shag.
Leave a message. Beep.
So we have a segment on our show that people call in.
We do?
No.
And I know we have one voicemail.
We better have a few.
I wonder if we got a second voicemail.
I did a call out today, but fuck, our fans suck.
They do. Lately, they've been horrible.
We used to have good fans.
See,
back in the
I
day.
shouldn't have given Big Dave that fucking card because at least he would have called in again, bitching about not getting the card.
We need a vagina on the show.
I know, yeah, exactly, yeah. When we had the Nomad on, like usually people would call in
because they think they might get some pussy.
Yeah.
We do have 2 voicemails, but the second one's not from who I was hoping it's from.
Oh, good. Good.
I actually I talked to his wife and I was like, please call in, tell us like an embarrassing story.
Oh, jeez.
Message her right now. Be like, you have like 5 minutes.
I think if she hasn't called in by now, then
she razzes me like nobody else. Like.
But okay, so let's listen to our voicemails that we have on here.
Okay, who do you call?
That's Peach.
Okay, hi, it's Peach.
Hi, Peach.
Who do you call
Me.
to get, like, complain about a set of lights that the light cycle is too short? Is that just 311? I'm at the intersection of Plessy and Gun Road, turning left.
Radio station?
And...
Angry about the traffic.
We kind of asked them to call in about anything and everything, you know?
Oh, okay.
So, like, if
honestly,
something's pissing you off, you call in, right?
We can't complain. We'll take this call.
Don't say that, though, because now this is a total... This has made my day, because now I can talk to somebody about metal detecting. So now I'm going to call in when I find something cool. I'll be like, oh, guess what? I found a coin from like...
Yes! Fucking finally somebody gets it!
Okay, there's more to it.
She's still got her turn 6.
I know, yeah, we can hear it.
What the fuck? It's like 2 seconds, and the lineup of traffic is all the way almost like halfway down Gun. Like, I can see in my rearview mirror. It's fucking far. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars get through. But, like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Oh, we're moving. You guys are moving. Okay. There was more cars that got through that light cycle, but, like, still, I want to fucking call and bitch at whoever's
I love this call.
programming these lights.
Peach, do this all the time.
Bullshit.
Please. By the way...
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Have
a good day. Love you.
Bye.
Fuck you. And bye-bye.
All right, I love it. So, you know what you do in those cases? You run the red light.
Yeah.
Okay. I do it so many times.
So I got to put it out there that me and Peach are the only ones signed up for the blood drive.
I looked
April
at my calendar. I'm busy that day. I can't.
Ah, you son of... Leon Darno, I'm looking at you.
Leon Darno, yeah. So what we do is we go donate blood like every 3.5, 4 months. Just started doing that a while back and
Dawn, I know you don't probably listen, and Jared, you guys are a bunch of
pussies.
Yeah, well,
they're hurting. They're butthurt.
That's a word we'll use.
Yeah.
Donovan.
Oh yeah, Donovan.
I know you're out
he's
of
never
excuses.
He's never been.
He said I even told him I'd drive him.
Do you donate blood?
Used to, yeah.
Jet scored again.
I'm not allowed to now, but
okay,
just medical stuff.
There we go. 2-0.
Nice.
Yeah, so we do that every. We have to wait for the ladies because their cycles intervene. So like,
ladies need to wait 30 days between or something.
No, I
guys
think it's
only 20 or like.
No, it's
there's a difference.
It's like a month and a
like,
half extra, or a month longer than what we.
Yeah, guys need to wait 2 months and girls need to wait 3.
Yeah,
or
so we kind of try to do it every 3 months or so, and just go donate blood. And
no goal.
Hey, focus.
Fuck a donkey.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, so I've probably done it about 8 or 9 times.
Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, let's get into the second call. It's from Franco.
Franco! I miss Franco.
Hey, scumbags.
Hey.
One more month and I'll be seeing more of you cunts.
Oh, fuck.
Load, bitches. Bye.
Loads.
So Franco is one of our listeners. He's from he's from shithole called Sudbury, and he lives in oh no, and he lives in Alberta right now by Edmonton, and he's got a girlfriend here, and so he's moving.
He's an
here.
OG follower.
He's an OG follower. He's been with us from day one. He's been on our show a couple times. One in the Underground podcast, and once
once
just
this
before
season.
Christmas. So. Yeah, he's moving to Manitoba finally because why the fuck not?
Because that's where all his friends are.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we're not really his friends, but
We're lazy as fuck. We're never going to come out and do shit. But at least we'll talk to him.
yeah, we'll talk to him every once in a while. So yeah, this is our voicemail. Thank you guys for calling in. If you would like to call in again, you can do so by going on our website, www.thevipod.com. And on the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little microphone. You can click on it and leave us a 2-minute voicemail. If you're using your cell phone, please make sure that you're allowed your permissions for your microphone, and then you'll be able to do that. You can also email us at thevipodmail@gmail.com.
Keep going.
And you can let us know if you have any questions there. You want to leave us a story, or you can just... And so if you have a test market item that you want us to try on the show, please, let us know. You can rate and review our show on our website. You can do it on Apple and Google Podcasts as well. You can subscribe to Spotify. And you can now listen on Amazon Music and TuneIn Radio. Is it TuneIn Radio? I think it's called TuneIn Radio, right?
Great.
Follow us
Great
on
app.
social media. On Facebook, it's the VIPod, and on Instagram, it's the VIPod Podcast. Thank you to our sponsors, Safety Net Studio. You can check them out at safetynetstudio.com, and the Pizza Oven, thepizzaoven.ca. Please use the promo code VIPod5 to get extra 5% off your order online. That's it. So yeah, now you know how to leave us a voicemail. You can do that anytime you want to. Do you listen to our show?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I've listened a few times.
Yeah.
Totally.
So if you want to,
that's it.
if you liked something or you didn't like something, feel free to call anytime. We play every call. All right. What we do at the end of the show is we give shout outs. So you can give a shout out to anybody you want. If you have your best friend, your wife, the guy that sent you all that stuff, we can tag him as well in our pod script, and I know the digging community is fairly big, and so Mike's yours.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to my wonderful wife that loves me, shows me love, Also with, I told some stories, give a shout out to Anna, the one who saved my life.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing, Tara, I'm glad that I was able to do that for her, find her phone and stuff. And then, maybe throw a little bit of advertising towards a good company here.
Yeah, let's do it.
OK John, Randy runs that and is basically the supplier for metal detectors within Manitoba. So,
Okay, cool. Definitely. We'll definitely Randy. Tag him, and people can check
super
it out.
nice guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank
Bretzky,
you.
do you have a shout out?
Tits.
Yeah.
I love tits.
Oh, general tits or just or D tits? Are you shouting out D tits?
Any tits are good. Your tits, my tits, his tits, her tits. Tits are great. I love
so you're
tits.
shouting out tits generally.
I'm just shouting out tits this week.
Nice.
So
titty power.
To sort of prove that, I actually listen to your podcast, the last one I listened to was the blowy that tasted like hot sauce. So that was the last one that I watched.
So that's the guys from Intergalactic Sauces.
Okay, so that was the one I watched.
I mean, that is crazy.
That made me laugh. I freaking laughed. I even posted, like, I shared your podcast on my Instagram because I just laughed so freaking hard on that one.
Well, I hope you're gonna share it again.
Oh, definitely.
When we release this episode.
Yeah, for sure.
I am going to shout out my wife. Actually, she's been putting up with a lot of shit with me lately, and
she's your wife.
Yeah, no, but like
she signed up for it.
Like even last night, I had such a bad fucking migraine, and like I came home from work early, and I was just like, I stormed into the bedroom because that's where we keep all our pills. I'm like, I need some Advil, so I just like I like almost fell over her because I'm just like walking in with this head pounding, and then I'm just like, I'm sorry.
Next thing you knew, you were having butt sex.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I was hoping. Yeah, no, there's no way I could have done anything. I was in so much pain. But yeah, just like I know she's had a rough time last few nights. Like she would be waking up in the middle of the night and couldn't sleep, and then last night she's sound asleep. She's like, yeah, I was sleeping so nicely. I woke her up, but she ended up falling asleep back. So I'm happy that she got a decent sleep. So I'm shouting her out. So yeah, thanks for putting up with my shit.
I should honestly, in realisticness, do the same thing because, like, with my back injury, I've literally been waking up multiple times a night, just being like, yeah! Like, yeah. where like just I get a pinch and it fucking hurts so fucking bad.
Has she left the bedroom yet and just sleep on the couch?
It must be so. No, I've been going to the couch, like because I feel so fucking bad.
Yeah.
About like I'll be like, oh, I can finally roll over onto my right side. This is great, and I'll fall asleep, and then like 3 minutes I'll wake up, and it's just like my whole fucking pelvis is separated again, and I still don't completely believe them that nothing's broken. I might have to go back for more like specific scans now that I know exactly where the pain's coming from.
So you haven't listened to our episodes yet, buddy. Yeah, he had a crazy bail
fucked up
and landed on his hip basically and the back and like everything.
I slipped on an icy stair.
He ended up spending a night in the hospital. So
I don't envy you on that.
Yeah, no,
I herniated a disc and that was pretty.
Well, and I think a disc was slipped or something like that because about 4 days after the injury, 4 or 5, I was trying to get up off of the John. And something pinched, and I fell back down. And when I hit again, the impact, I felt a pop, and it hurt like a motherfucker. But after that, I was actually like, I gained 90% of the mobility back that I didn't have.
Or it could have been just a pinched nerve or something, and then something loosened up. Yeah, like who knows?
Almost like chiropractor type situation.
Popped back into place either way. Like something was not where it should have been, and then it ended up back. Oh God, it felt so good, and I wish I could just do that again because they're like
find him jumping on a toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like I would say 80% better in like most of the areas, but there is still something that when
that will take time to heal.
When I move in a certain way, the pain is still the exact. It's super sharp. It feels like I'm being hit with a branding iron. Mm-hmm. And it reminds me of when I broke my wrist. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I'm still not 100%, that there isn't something that they missed.
Yeah.
But fuck.
Oh, I got hot sauce in my eye.
Oh, no.
But I did that a few weeks ago. I did the same thing. I
went afterwards had to walk off. Yeah,
I had to leave the show and I had to fucking like soap my eyes.
There's a few times where like I went to work after the show and then 4 or 5 hours later, even though I washed my hands already, I would rub my eye and I'm like, oh, it's still there. It's still fucking there.
If you didn't get it out from under your fingernails or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's sometimes it's like in your pores of of your skin, right? So like,
why do you need eye drops? Just put a little dab of that stuff on your eye there.
No kidding. That'll make it water. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Paul, thank you very much for joining us. Love your stories.
Thank you for having me.
Feel free to again
Come dig up my yard this summer. Seriously.
Feel free to call in anytime.
Connections. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. Feel free to call in anytime when you get a great find. You know.
Yeah.
I hope we get to have you back on the show in the future. This is perfect. Focus.
Already,
Fuck us.
And you know, yeah, like let's get together in the summer and do like either a hike or just go for like a digging adventure. I mean, I wouldn't
that'd be
mind
fun.
checking things out. So on that note, the Jets just scored another one.
Wow.
Thank you guys for coming. Loads. Fuck you. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
When I breathe, my nostrils are.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't go back for another dip.
No, why do people do this to themselves?
You know, I do have a theory about that. Well, give me a second.
Oh no, I just swallowed it.
No, it's like a tattoo.
Oh yeah, eh?
Yeah,
You know-
you start to enjoy it the more you do it.
Yeah. Like tattoos hurt. They're not. I mean,
not enjoyable.
some people might enjoy it, but but yeah, like I know. There's something about this. Yeah.
I think we can't be friends anymore. This is cruel.
I think it doesn't go away that easy. Like probably 10 minutes.
It lingers. It does.
Yeah.
This might bleed into our personal life here. You know, during the day, you know what's going to happen. You know?
Hey, as long as it doesn't affect my professional life.
That's sort of where I'm going with this.
Wait till you pee in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Tyler, that's it.
On that note, yeah.
Well, thanks for coming.
It was nice to meet you.
Do you want another hot wing for the road, or?
Oh boy.
Buddy, stick a finger in his butt, Tommy.
Oh, I brought you
That'll burn.
stickers and stuff.
Now, see you Saturday.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Oh, sweet. It'll be awesome.
Yes.
I'll actually
Very
put
cool
one of
place,
these.
by the way. This is inspiring. Makes me want to.
Bretzky's talking to you.
I am.
He's talking to you.
Oh, he's
Very,
talking.
very cool place, by the way.
Thank you very much.
You've inspired me to find an old gas station. This is awesome.